I now call upon Davyda Hammond, parishioner of St. Stephen's Oak Ridge, to offer our final testimony of the day.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I am part of the cadre of professionals in Oak Ridge who make it their mission to keep the workers and communities who support nuclear facilities safe. I didn't foresee myself doing this type of work when I moved to Oak Ridge because I'm a hardcore engineer at heart. I love partial differential equations, and Excel pivot tables make me giddy. I thought soft skills were for those phony engineers. But let me tell you, God pulled a fast one on me. He took me, a hardcore engineer, and put me in a field where I must make my living from actually talking to people. Allow me to share a couple of ways my career in nuclear safety has equipped me for ministry. First, God used my career to redirect my heart from loving numbers and data to loving people and their stories more. I can still remember my first focus group. I had my list of perfectly crafted questions, 40 questions for a 45-minute session. After introducing myself to a room full of pipe fitters, machinists, and electricians, one of them said to me, "We don't care about what's on that little sheet of paper of yours. Just talk to us like we're real people." Here I was, in a room full of nuclear workers I was supposed to help, and they were instead helping me. God used them to show me the value of putting aside the need to be picture perfect so that I could be personable. God used this room of blue collar prophets to open my eyes to the fact that people don't really care so much about the impressiveness of your resume or the sophistication of your talking points. Even at work, they want connection more than anything else. The second thing that I learned as part of my development as God equipped me through my career is that God showed me that caring for people and their pain at work was very similar to caring for people and their pain at church. Those two go hand in hand together. One day, I had an interview with a woman on the senior leadership team at a big nuclear facility. She was tough, and she had a commanding presence. Even her strong, hearty handshake was impressive and intimidating. I closed out my interview with her by asking her my favorite question: "What keeps you up at night?" She looked at me. I mean, she really looked at me. And she said, "Do you want the truth?" Oh, I was excited. I couldn't wait. But I was calm and collected, and I said, "Yes, if you're willing to share it." She said, "What keeps me up at night is my own mental health. I am the first woman to hold this position. I've been threatened by colleagues, undermined by bosses, cursed at, and disowned by people who used to be my friends. I feel isolated." After she finished bearing her soul to me, I took a professional risk. I looked at her just as intently, and I said, "Can I pray with you?" What God has taught me through this work is that pain, heartbreak, and fear are universal. It doesn't matter if the career is secular or sacred. Caring for people through my job has equipped me to better care for the people I serve in my church context and vice versa. So in closing, God used my job, a part of me that I thought hindered my ability to serve and minister to God's people, to show me that God's equipping can happen in the most unlikely of places, and that equipping can't even happen without you even realizing what's going on. Thank you.